Hey guys, I'm gonna do a video kind of like hypercrystals, making BFDI opposites, but with a twist. I'm doing BFB slash TPOT characters. Yippee! Starting with 8 Ball. He's hard, he's a ball, so I present Marshmallow. She's squishy and kind of cubical since 8 Ball is sarcastic and based. Marshmallow is genuine and nice. Next one is Balloony. I think this one is pretty obvious. Anvil, the complete opposite of Balloony. Balloony is light and nice. Anvil would be rude and heavy and obese. Barf Bag. Her insides are gross and disgusting and unhealthy. Meat Airbag. She's a relatively mean character and is very competitive. Next up is Basketball. I'm gonna do the sports objects into school objects thingy, so I think she'd fit as a notebook. Pretty dumb and pretty rude. She hates robots. Here's an idea for Belle. You know how she makes annoying noises when she shakes? Speaker will make sick beats. She's really submissive and listens to her team, but cannot move unless she gets help from others. Now Clock. Sticking to the school objects to sports objects, I think he'd be a glove. Their shapes are kind of similar, so unlike Clock, Glove is bold and competitive. He hates winner. Okay, so Cloudy would be something related to the ground. Perhaps dirt? I know it's kind of simple, but like, what else? Dirt is a jerk and loves selling things. Eggy was harder than the others, but I thought of Bone. Think about it. Eggy is hollow, fragile, and somewhat living. So Bone is hard, sturdy, and deceased. Bone would be somewhat nice and actually competitive. Eva Leafy, I got you. Leafy. For Fanny, I changed it to Vacuum. Instead of blowing air, it sucks it in. Vacuum would love everything. Grassy is all natural and healthy, but a dandelion is not. Grassy is a natural, but dandelion is dangerous and unnatural. What am I writing in the script? Um, Dandelion would be a mean character and very strong. Using the school objects to sport objects thing, Marker would turn into a hockey stick. Think about it. Marker is round and fat, but hockey stick is tall and thin. Hockey stick would love death and be very mean. Naily is pretty easy. Hammer. Like, bruh, you use a hammer to nail a nail. It can't get much simpler than that. Pie would be a poison bottle. A poison bottle. Pies are something you can eat, but if you eat poison, you die. Poison bottle would take everything seriously and have stiff limbs. You love her, you hate her. Pillow. You know how pillows are soft? Well, here we have Spike, the complete opposite of Pillow. Sharp and rough. Unlike her appearance, she's really nice. For remote, I thought of a TV, because you know how you use a remote to turn on a TV. Yeah, she'd be fed up with everything and have a normal voice. Are you ready for this? Remote flower would be normal flower. Shocker! Okay, I'm not gonna be lazy with this one. Robody. So the opposite of electronics is nature, right? So I thought of an oak log. Same shape as Robody, but natural. For Saw, you know how she cuts things? Well, Welder would put things back together. She would have a problem with the letter H and genuinely be mean. You know, letter H, because the eighth letter of the alphabet. The opposite of taco would probably be burrito. Burrito would be carefree and not always telling Blocky what to do. Tree, tree, tree. Tree points upwards and is above ground. Stalagmites point downwards and are underground. I think we found our match. Stalagmite would be controlling and loves death. And TV's opposite would be remote, self-explanatory. Lightning. So, he comes from the sky, so the obvious option is something that comes out of the ground. Meet Geyser, a blast of water that blows out of the hole. What did I write? Blows out of the water? Okay. Geyser would be calm but dislike most people. Black hole would be a white hole. Light comes out of it instead of going in. Even though He wants to destroy the entire world. Bottle. An object that's transparent and empty. So the opposite would be bucket. Bucket is filled with water and relatively short. Bucket is always serious and one of the strongest contestants. For cake, I think he'd be a carrot. Carrots are healthy, unlike cake. Carrot is really fast and agile, but pretty mean. Now we have bracelety. You put bracelets on your arm, right? Well, the opposite of an arm is a leg. So I came up with ankle tracker. She has a deep voice and hates ice cubes. Okay, Foley would be something sturdy and unfoldable. This one was hard, but I'm thinking sidewalk. It's generally the same shape and, unfoldable. So that sidewalk would be nice and actually do the challenge, but it's also really heavy. Stapy would be staple remover. I know, it's obvious, but it's clearly the opposite. Staple remover would be mean spirited, but loves light switches. Speaking of light switches, light. I thought of light bulb. Use a light switch to turn on a light bulb, right? Light bulb would be generally nice with everybody, but super lazy. Loser would be winner. Winner would be loser. Finally, price tag. Price tag is, priceless. So what's something that's worthless? A garbage bag. Well, that's all of them. It'd really help if you subscribed and comment what idea I should do next. Okay, this is after I recorded for the character part, and I just remembered about the names of the show. So for BFB, its opposite would be Battle for Inanimate Insanity. I know. And TPOT would be the abilities of 4. I didn't really have much time to think about it, but yeah. Subscribe.